Now that we know what literacy is and the power it holds over our students, let's look at how we as librarians and teachers can incorporate literacy strategies into our library programs and classrooms. First, we're going to look at pre-reading strategies. Pre-reading strategies help students start to predict or make hypotheses about a text. They help tap into students' prior knowledge, and they give students a purpose to make them want to read a book. The three pre-reading strategies we're going to look at are book boxes, contrast charts, and picture packets. Book boxes are a good way to get students interested into a new book. To start, a teacher or librarian picks objects related to a book and places it in a box. Then they pull the objects out one at a time and have students make predictions over what they think the book is about. This generates higher order thinking and gets students to share their thought process out loud. This strategy promotes student creativity and allows students to evaluate their own predictions as each new item is revealed. For example, let's construct a book box for the book Bananas by Jacqueline Farmer. This book describes the nutrition value of bananas and how they are grown. Possible items we could use in our book box are bananas, a magnifying glass, a fork, twine, a plastic bag, and an apple. Students could use these items to determine what they thought this book was going to be about, and then they could keep reevaluating their thought process each time a new item is shown. The next strategy we're going to look at are contrast charts. Contrast charts are easy to create and can be implemented in a variety of ways. Students can create contrast charts using paper and pencil, or they can use websites such as Wiki and Google Docs. Online versions would allow students to work on the chart at the same time using the share options, and they could also add multimedia such as pictures and clip art. This would allow some of your students to demonstrate their thinking in a more variety of ways. Contrast charts are beneficial to students because they are engaging in higher order thinking and because they are looking at two sides of an issue. So for example, if you presented your students with the issue of describing what a good day would look like versus what a bad day would look like. Lastly, let's look at picture book packets. Picture packets are a group of images that pertain to a specific topic. They are designed to help students make connections to prior knowledge and discuss what they see in the pictures, the meaning represented in the pictures, and they also help students generate questions that they would like to answer. For example, before reading The Hatchet by Gary Paulson, students could look at pictures of a hatchet, chart of edible berries, handcrafted bows and arrows, spears, and shelters from rock ledges. All of these types of pictures and items would kind of help students start to think about surviving out in the wild and what questions they would have about, how to create those types of items.
Created using Powtoon.